Assalamu alaikum, class 7. Today we are going to start chapter number 26 from your literature book, that is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So chapter number 26 is the television chocolate room, which is given on page number 146. And as for the previous chapters, I gave the brief review. So I'll give the brief review today also for chapter number 26 and 27 as well. So I'm starting now. So the next room was the television chocolate room. The Teef family, Charlie and Grandpa Joe, entered into the room. The room was dazzlingly bright. So dazzlingly bright means extremely attractive. I repeat again, dazzlingly bright means extremely attractive. Eyes started paining, so Mr. Wonka handed a pair of dark glasses and said, "Put these on quick. And don't take them off in here, whatever you do. This light could blind you." The glasses, so these were the line that Mr. Wonka said when he was handing over dark glasses to the rest of the people over there, so that the light could not blind them. The glasses helped them to look around in comfort. Charlie saw a long, narrow room. It was painted white all over. There was no dust and the floor was also white. From the ceiling means upper interior surface of the room. Upper interior surface of the room is called as ceiling. So, from the ceiling, huge lamps hung down and bathed the room in brilliant blue-white light. There were cameras on wheels and Oompa Loompas were clustering. Clustering means forming groups around it. The Oompa Loompas were dressed in most extraordinary way. They were wearing bright red space suits, complete with helmets and goggles. They looked like space suits, and they were working in complete silence. The Oompa Loompas knew that there was something danger, so they were not singing there. So that was the moment when the Oompa Loompas were not singing for the first time. So definitely there was something not good in that room. At the other end of the room, a single Oompa Loompa was sitting at a black table gazing at the screen of a very large television set. In that room, television chocolate was inventing. Mike Teef asked that what was television chocolate. So Mr. Wonka told it worked by television. At one end of the television, the picture was taken and the photograph then split up into millions of tiny little pieces, which were so small that you can't even see them. Then 6 Oompa Loompas marched in, carrying on their shoulders the most enormous bar of chocolate that Charlie had ever seen. So enormous means very big bar of chocolate. That chocolate was about the size of mattress, so it was so big in size. Suddenly this big bar of chocolate disappeared completely, and a small bar of chocolate appeared on the screen. From that screen, Charlie grabbed that chocolate, and he was so surprised that how chocolate could be grabbed from the screen. For everyone, it was a miracle. Miracle means a surprise for everyone. So from here, the chapter number 27 begins. That is given on page number 152, and chapter number 27 is Mike Teef is sent by television. Mike Teef is sent by television. So what happens in this chapter? Mike Teef was so excited and he shouted and asked Mr. Wonka, "Can you send other things through the air in the same way?" Mike Teef also asked that could Mr. Wonka send a real life person from one place to another. Mr. Wonka answered that yes, he could do that. Mike Teef ran towards the other end of the room where the great camera was standing. Everyone stopped Mike Teef, but he did not stop. As he was a crazy boy, Mike Teef disappeared. Everyone got worried. Mrs. Teef called Mike's name again and again. Mr. Wonka told them that Mike was whizzing. Whizzing means moving quickly above their heads in million tiny pieces. Suddenly, Mike Teef appeared on television, and he was too little. His voice was like a mouse. Mrs. Teef grabbed Mike Teef. He was not more than an inch tall. He was shrunk. Shrunk means he was smaller in size now, but luckily he was in one piece. So his none of the piece was missing, which means none of the piece of him was missing. Mr. and Mrs. Steve got so worried for Mike, they both asked Mr. Wonka for a solution. Mr. Wonka told them they would put Mike in a special machine which was used for the stretching of chewing gums. At last, Oompa Loompas started again singing a long song which is given on page number 161 and 16 till 164. So about 3 pages song they were singing. So you have to go through these both chapters. You have to read these chapters, and then you have to do the written work. Okay, class? Thank you so much.